the Hirshhorn, the Carnegie Institute, the Philadelphia Museum of Art, the Walker Art Center.
All back. Put them all back.
Furthermore, this is just about the worst exhibit I've seen anywhere. Real stinko.
Robert.
I'd be embarrassed to work here.
Come on, hurry it up. Each one of those pins is a valuable piece of art.
You touched me. That does it. I'm reporting you to the director of the museum. Main floor to the left of the check room. Bruce said this show was crap. Bruce is an ass.
This is just the beginning. Just the beginning.
Oh, Barbara, I want one.
They are lovely.
This one. It would be perfect in my bedroom.
That's the one for your bedroom, Barbara. That one's more for your family room.
Are you crazy, Barbara? It would be terrible in my family room.
Well, it would be heaven in my family room.
Your family room and my family room are two totally different places.
That's the one for your bedroom,
You
Barbara.
mean that's the one for your bedroom, Barbara?
No. That's the one for my bedroom, and this is the one for your family room.
Well, what about my bedroom?
Barbara, these are not easy decisions.
Oh, come on. We have to get out of here. The cafeteria is probably jammed. We'll be in line forever.
What are you going to order?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like a quiche.
I'm more in the mood for a salad.
Their spinach salads are excellent.
Yes, I know. Tarragon and dill dressing.
Hey, will you turn that down? I'm going to
Last day of the show. I can't believe it. Last day.
Last day.
Last day. Ed called this morning and said Aggie might come. I know. He thinks she'll come around noon and bring Hilton with her. That's odd. Hilton didn't mention anything about it to me.
Hilton probably hasn't been in touch with Ed.
Hilton didn't mention anything about it to me.
Hilton hasn't been in touch with Ed.
Aggie's busy at noon.
Not according to Ed.
But Aggie would never call Ed.
You mean Hilton would never call Ed?
Well, of course, Hilton would never call Ed.
Neither would Aggie.
That's true.
She'd never call Hilton either.
But Hilton called her.
She'd never call anyone.
And then he called me.
She's the problem.
Ed's the problem.
And I don't trust Hilton.
She'll come. What time is it? She'll be here.
Maybe she already came and left.
Every time I see her work, it moves me more than the last.
This is the final day of our show, The Broken Silence. In his earliest work, Steve Williams experimented with such typically surrealist devices as totemic imagery, often incorporating large assemblages of unrelated objects. The idea of indicating a magically demarcated environment for his sculptures appeared early in his work, as did his reliance on cloth and rope for basic materials.
Cloth and rope?
A surrealist cast persists in his most recent work, particularly in his use of erotic imagery and in his unexpected variations of color and scale.
Yeah, highly erotic.
What makes Williams' work of unusual contemporary relevance, however, is his attitude towards the materials he uses and the processes he employs.
Cloth and rope.
Rather than imposing his will upon materials and forcing them into preordained forms, Williams obeys the inherent capabilities of a given material and follows the suggestions offered by its particular qualities. Gesture is a crucial factor in Williams' work, a means of indicating the participation of the artist in the movement of...
What's going on?
Hey, what are you doing with that statue?
What?
What are you
Doing!
The temptation and corruption of William Blake. It's the temptation and corruption of William Blake. On loan for the Whitney Museum of American Art.
Put that statue down, miss.
Her first attempt to combine porous with non-porous objects. Tink, put the statue down. Tink, read all over the
A million pieces! Going to be all right.
Calm down. Everybody just calm down. Take it easy. Hey, miss. Could I please look at that for a minute?
Oh, Tink, what's happened to you?
I'll give it right back. It's so beautiful.
Grab
Don't
it!
touch me.
Oh, Tink.
Miss, you'd better...
It's my favorite one, my very
Just smash the ugly thing. Yesterday, I was remembering a day I spent with Agnes Fogg. Aggie.
We're friends of the artist. Old friends. She's such a wonderful...
Agnes Fogg invited me to spend a day with her in the countryside, looking for her things. Bones, wings, teeth.
Watch it.
All of her materials are found materials.
I've never seen anything like this.
She'll be here later with Hilton.
She finds all of her objects in Connecticut state parks. At least once a month she gets on a Greyhound bus carrying 2 blue suitcases stuffed with polyester batting for wrapping her objects in, and scours one of Connecticut's state parks. Last time she invited me to go with her. I told her I'd pack an extra suitcase and a picnic lunch we met at Port Authority bus terminal. It was so odd going with Aggie to look for something. I mean, whenever you see her in her studio, her hands are always full, molding something, gluing something. Oh, her studio is bursting with the exotic bird beaks, fish skeletons, turkey down, fox claws.
I'm Aggie's oldest friend. I've known her for years.
So I just assumed she'd always had these things, that they were a part of her, not something separate she had to seek out. So it was odd meeting her at Port Authority carrying those 2 blue suitcases stuffed with polyester batting.
I've been invited on her expeditions millions of times. Of course
I don't remember the name of the state park we visited, but Aggie seemed to know her way around, and before I realized it, we were walking through deep woods. Deep woods is the best place to find small animal skeletons, she told me. As I looked up at the trees and sky, she bent close to the ground, scooping her hands through the underbrush like some human net. In the first hour, she found a bat skeleton, several raccoon skulls, a fresh rabbit carcass, patches of fur.
Aggie's only 24, you know, and so beautiful.
At one moment she was crouched out of view, the next she was holding fragile white bones up to the sun, exclaiming over their perfect.
She has this amazing blonde hair. It's as thick as rope and falls down her back in golden cascades.
After a while, she had filled both her suitcases and she asked if she could borrow mine. We stopped for lunch and she gave me a long speech about how calcium is formed in the bones of vegetarian animals.
And her eyes are this deep green.
Before I knew it, my suitcase was filled too, and it was starting to get dark. I suggested we walk back, along a different route, but she said no. She couldn't stop yet.
Men die over her.
It was then I noticed something strange. Well, I did notice that I heard it because it was getting too dark to see. As she was combing the underbrush, I heard this soft kind of licking noise. A slight sort of slurping, like eating, but not really chewing and swallowing. Just licking and tasting. Is that you, Aggie? I asked her, but she never answered. And it was such a light, muffled sound, she could have been sucking on a mint. I told her I really thought we ought to be getting back soon before it got dark and we got lost in this time, with real anger in her voice. She said no. And then the nibbling or kissing or whatever it was got louder. We reached a clearing, the trees dropped out of sight, the moon shone down on Aggie's bent form, clear as day, and then I saw she was holding one of the little skeletons up to her mouth and was licking it, nibbling on it, running her tongue over it. I screamed. She dropped the little thing and turned white. The next thing I knew, she was hitting me with her fists, socking me hard all over my body, screaming and crying, I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! I'm not listening to this!
Oh boy, all artists are crazy!
Her perceptual gifts are extraordinary. That didn't happen. None of it happened. That never happened.
Agnes Fogg's breath reeks.
Thank you very much.
Her breath is foul.
You made it up! You've never been invited to one of her expeditions, and you know it! It's your jealousy, Tink. Your relentless jealousy, and it's hateful! Hateful! Hateful!
I just noticed a certain animal quality about her breath, a certain rancidness, something sour. You know how certain people's breath doesn't smell quite human?
It was at my insistence that Agnes Fogg be asked to exhibit in the show.